back to Me Time.
Welcome to episode 26 of Me Time and the return of the weekly episodes and the yearly run. It's so exciting to be back.
Yeah.
Phase 2 has officially begun. And we're going to, first and foremost, talk about the rest of the year in this episode. So it's not going to quite be a return to form just yet.
Not quite yet. We just sort of a little bit of a framework of what's going next, and then we'll go from there.
Because, of course, as we have been quite mysterious with you in the last couple of months,
trailers be so fun.
Yeah.
Trailers be so fun.
We've been quite fun with the build up of this, as I hope you've been tuning in for. No worries if not, but yeah, we hinted at phase 2 being a bit different to phase 1, and we owe it to you to give you a proper explanation about what to expect for the year before we get going with everything. So, I mean, I think it's good to talk about most of the things that we wanted to keep the same first instead of changing first. So like, I want to reflect on phase 1. I know we've done a reflect episode. We've done our epilogue of phase 1, so I won't get too into it. But I did want to reflect on what worked, which was the conversations between you and I.
Yeah, I think the more sort of more genuine conversations between us seems to have worked very well. More sort of more not honest is the word I'm after, more sort of grounded, I guess. Grounded conversations.
Grounded was where we started the form of it, and that's what we wanted to continue with. We had ideas of conversation topics that we wanted to do. Yeah. And apologies if there's noises in the background. There's of course, it's filmed in Mikasa of this episode and all of the series, but we'll get into a little bit more about the development of that later down the line. But we largely started it because we wanted to talk about such topics, namely with films and with TV shows, with games, with art, and we found our footing. Is the best way to say it.
I think the conversations we had last year, we were kind of very confident with them as such. Like all the topics that we kind of had last year, you know, Marvel, the games, the sort of everything we sort of grew up on. Coming into this new year, we're gonna branch off slightly. Into conversations we're not too familiar with, at the same time, kind of keep the same premise to a degree.
I'd say before going on to that, we won't be fixing what's not broke.
No.
You know, we're still going to be talking about movies. We're still going to be talking about TV shows. So the original trailer that I released last year on MJ Media, that will remain the same going forward for Me Time overall. That's not changing. It's still going to be, at the core of it, two guys sitting down, talking about the things that we love and relating it to our life experiences, which is quite nerdy, media-related things, which that's going to remain the same. But yes, going off of what you said, we don't want to sit down on this sofa and keep on doing the same thing after the same thing. On MJ Media and Me Time, we pride ourselves in growth and changing and adapting. And part of that is us pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone. So that is what we will be doing with a lot of these conversations this year.
First year, literally just pay the bullet this year on the build-up, so that'd be fun.
So I know there's... we can't and we won't say what the topics will be this year. That's going to remain the same as it was last year. When we get to a change of a topic, you will find out what it is at the end of an episode and expect a follow-on of such discussions. I will say now that we're headed in this direction, the last thing that remains the same from phase one is the fact that we have planned everything from start to finish. We found that very beneficial for phase one, getting everything written down, everything planned and prepped rather than improvise off the cuff. We do remain unscripted, and we're remaining unscripted now, but we do like to know what we're talking about before we go into it.
Yeah, I mean, I said last year, but I'll kind of repeat, like, we're not scripted, but like we want to kind of cover bullet points to a degree. Like, but everything in regards to where the discussion goes is very much what happens as you see it, sort of thing.
Yeah. So what we've done is, in our planning of phase two, we sat down and we made a plan for every month this year. The one constant that will remain the same from last year as well is we will have a mid-series break, and we will have an end-of-series break as well. And it will be the same time as it was last year. Last year we had a break in June.
Yeah.
No, at the end of June, and I think that's it. I remember we are going to have a break in July.
Yeah.
July is going to be the month where Me Time takes a break, and then we'll come back for the second half. And then at the end of December, we will have the end of series break as well. So we planned for every month this year apart from July. The specials will return. The specials were received quite well. Expect those in December. So formally, phase two will end at the end of November.
Yeah.
And then the phase two specials will be over the course of every week in December.
Yeah.
Which is going to be good fun. There is now the chance to discuss about the things that will be different in phase two. So we've confirmed that we're doing it all a year. We planned everything from start to finish. We're still going to be talking about the same things that Me Time normally talks about. And we're going to be talking about conversations that push ourselves out of our comfort zone. There'll be conversations where Elliott has a more stronger understanding of what's going on and I have no idea. And then it will be the other way around. I have a very strong understanding of what's going on and Elliott has no idea. Those are going to be really fun.
Interesting conversations. I'm looking forward to those with it.
Yeah. So, and when I mean we have no idea, say, for example, there will be episodes where I have extensive knowledge to the point you're thinking, get a life, with the amount of stuff that I know about. Elliott has no idea.
Yeah.
And he's going, he'll be going in dark. And I'll be almost inducting him and getting his opinion of someone that has never, ever heard of such things before. And it will be the other way around as well. Elliott will have so many things that he knows about, and I'll just be looking up at him like, oh, please. Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah.
So that's the really exciting part about those episodes. There is something that will change though, and I don't know if you wanted to field this. The agendas.
Yeah, so we kind of found the agendas last year. They kind of sort of stopped and started the content to a degree.
Yeah.
More of, not in regards to it didn't stop or anything like that. More like it was very sort of, this episode done, bang, and that sort of, there's sort of no sort of flow through on the episodes.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do this year is trying to make every episode we have flow through to the next episode. So it'd be no more genders. It'll be sort of a count up now. And the topics will generally sort of, they'll stay generally in one area.
Yeah.
Still a little bit of adaptation because conversations are conversations. But generally speaking, it will all sort of flow a bit better, hopefully.
I think that lines up with the fact that we want to be a bit more bold and brave with the direction this year. The agendas last year, the good in them was it was very formulaic, and it was a reliable structure for us to follow as first-time podcasters.
As first time, it's a good thing to start off with.
Yeah. So if you are intending on starting a podcast and you had no idea where to start, I'd recommend that. It was very reliable. I think at least for the first three agendas.
Yeah.
For the My Hero, the Marvel, and then the Batman.
Yeah, I think Attack on Titan as well.
Attack on Titan.
The subjects hitting on the episode. Kind of the agenda was kind of useful because it's such a big subject.
I'll give you that. I will. I'll give you that. So I'll say the first half of series one, the agendas felt right. It felt like this was the future of me time. It felt like we would continue doing that. And I will say, admittedly, the second half of series 1, although successful and although fun, and where we gained a lot of subscribers and viewers as well, we will always be forever grateful for that. The agendas felt a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Stretched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was definitely some subjects where I think we milked it a little bit in regards
Yeah.
to, we've got to keep on this subject.
Yeah.
What are we saying? I don't know. We'll make up as we go. I mean, it was kind of good to sort of learn the adaptation of it all, but it was sort of like, we're kind of hollowing out this subject slightly.
Don't get me wrong, conversations aren't supposed to be easy, and sometimes we are going to struggle to think of things to say.
We're only human.
Yeah, in that capacity, it's good. It shows we're human.
Yeah.
However, I find it beneficial to at least have a foundation, a theme, a topic that we're talking about. And if we very much have nothing left to say after 10 minutes and we're repeating ourselves over and over, that's just not content.
No, if we could, I think once we kind of reach that conversation sort of epitome as such, I think we'll start cutting down to sort of like towards the end of the episode at that point.
Yeah. So the agendas, although reliable, are something that we are going to say goodbye to this year for phase 2. So what is it going to be sort of like? And as Elliott mentioned, the episodes are going to be consistent and flow between one another. What I can confirm is that each month we have sort of dubbed it, given it a theme to follow. Now, there won't be any explicit, like, it's all got to follow the same movie, the same TV show, the same anime art form, like the agendas were.
No, I mean, there's some things that when we were planning, we can have to slightly adapt this slightly, but in the grand scheme, there's more of a theme,
which is good. So some themes per month will cover multiple different forms. It will cover multiple TV shows, multiple movies at the same time, which is really cool. I'm very looking forward to that. So when we go into a new month, expect the conversations to change, and us to reposition ourselves in a different direction, but expect a little bit of a flow. That is why we decided to do that. Not only to get more content out to you consistently, but it's to make it more feasible for ourselves. Because me time should remain something that we want to do, to give to you guys, to want to do. But if we're going to struggle to think of things to say, then that's just not going to fly, is it?
No. I mean, it sort of becomes like, oh, we're mumbling and all that sort of stuff. It's like, not really. If we can get sort of something that's worth going out there, it makes more sense.
Yeah, and if that means, and I will say, if that means the length of the episodes shorten, then that's the way it's going to be. I'm not talking about 15-minute episodes.
No.
Don't get me wrong, it's really fun sitting down and chatting to you for an hour and a half. But maybe the content, the nature of the conversations that we film, instead of it being episodic, we're planning to film the conversations in one big chunk sometimes. And then we trim those episodes down to maybe 3 40-minute episodes, 45-minute episodes. Again, we're not planning to make it just like, all right, we're going to sit down and we're going to film this episode and then we're done. We're going to sit down and go, we'll see where the conversations go and see how much we can make out of it. That's that's where we're at. So if we make more content in a month or smaller content in a month, we'll see where we go. You know, that's the plan. I mean, take a look at the latter half of the year. Some of the themes that we had, we got more more weeks to use at our disposal than others. Some months only have 4 weeks. Some months have 5 weeks. So we thought, brilliant, we can talk more about these things then. It's tricky, but that's where we're at. So expect each different month is going to have a different theme and look at the relevant things that Me Time normally does in such detail in that way. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what your thoughts are after that.
I don't know. Can I say it yet? Can I not say it?
Say what? About what we're... I guess there is a bit of that elephant in a room, at least for Elliott and I. And I think it is time to talk about that. We did say in the trailer that Me Time Phase 2 is heading in bold and brave new directions. And we did say last year it was more discussions and what is it? More themes, more discussions, more people, and different locations as well. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to see?
Yeah. So I'll keep as vague as I can. So we a lot of Me Time Series 1 last. A lot of Me Time Series 1 last year sort of focused a lot on the community.
Yeah.
And we kind of wanted to bring that into the podcast a lot more. So I won't say too much, but I would just say look out for some new faces. You know, we want to kind of embrace the community this year because it's like we can preach about community what we want. But if we don't stand by it, then it's an empty podcast. So we want to kind of really kind of bring that into its own this year.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to discussions we have planned already, but I won't say anything else.
Yeah, and I want to jump into that. I'll jump in there as well. And I will say, last year, what we wanted to do is just keep the conversations between us two. And I'll go back to that in just a moment. But this year, we want to branch out, and we want not only to continue our themes of the community, we want to embrace the community and quite literally have members of said community talk to us as well. Like Elliott said, there's not much more we can say about who we are talking to, but we will be talking to people, and this will be known as Me Time Community Spirit.
Yeah.
And we can reveal that. So it is going to be, that will be, it will be part of the series of Me Time, but its own subcategory.
Yeah.
Each episode of Me Time Community Spirit will take place on the last week of each month. Whether it has to do with the theme of that month or not, it most likely will.
Yeah, we'll try to. We'll try to. I don't want to kind of go, oh, yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
yeah.
But the most important thing is with the guests on the Me Time podcast, we want to make it as comfortable for them as possible. We want to tailor it to the conversations that we know that they would like to talk about as well. Yeah. So it will be members of the community. It may be other faces as well that you may or may not have seen on the channel or may know about as well. If you know Elliott and I, when you see them pop up or on the sofa, you go, I know them.
Yeah.
But we can't say much more than that.
No. For the time being, sort of.
For the time being,
on the down.
I know. Everyone listening in on this and watching this is just like, you're supposed to explain phase 2, and you're still being enigmatic. But no, we are explaining it. But we just want it to be just like, we don't want to explicitly say this person will be then, this person will be then, this person will be then. Because things change.
I mean, in regards to the logistics for this year, like it's going to be a lot more intense than last year. So we kind of want to level expectations slightly.
Absolutely, and life happens. Yeah. It certainly does. The thing is that the conversations between Elliott and I, the Me Time, the core of Me Time will continue. At the very least, we will still be able to churn out repetitive content.
Yes.
But stuff happens, and if members and guest panelists that we've had conversations with have made changes, stuff has happened, then things will likely change, and we will try and keep as consistent as we can with the community spirit. There shouldn't be any reason why it would fail. But hypothetically, life gets in the way, and as part of this community aspect, we've got to respect that, and we will wear that as well.
Remember, we're on Spotify, so if you're out for a run or working, you can always listen to us. Isn't that right, Matthew?
What? Oh. But yeah, to go back to what I was introducing before, with phase 1 of Me Time, largely us, it just being us two on camera. There was, of course, as we began to get more important, the question that we did ask ourselves: would we bring anyone else on the podcast with us whilst we were doing our phase 1 run?
Yeah.
And I don't know what your thoughts were on that, because we certainly came to the conclusion that it wasn't going to happen. We weren't ultimately, we weren't going to bring anyone else in with us into phase 1, but we decided to do it into phase 2 instead. Where's your head at with that?
No, I mean, I'm sort of looking forward to it in that regard. Sort of a different perspective to look at, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And a different life story sort of branch off of slightly, and sort of jump off of, and have some conversations on that regard. I think it'll give a bit of a broader view as well, because we can only speak so much. So having someone else to sort of to bounce off of for conversations is probably should make the conversations a lot more interesting.
It's nice because part of what made Me Time so special to me last year was the fact that yourself, myself, we're a bit of a team sitting next to one another and talking about these discussions. But of course, we had a little bit of difference in understanding. There were certain opinions that we had that and of course, I didn't necessarily see the same way as you.
No.
And quite literally the other way around. I'd say episode 25 was probably the best example of that, when we spoke about our conversation of Windbreaker.
Oh yes,
and Solo Leveling. Managed to go on to talk about Berserk. And there was quite a philosophical conversation there, and we both had very different opinions. But we were both still a united front there. We both said, just like, I understand you have a different opinion to me. I'm not going to be mad about it, though.
Very, very rare these days.
It is. But this is why I like that on Me Time. This is why, at least for last year, with our agendas and the episodes, we wanted to maintain that, to reflect to everyone that this is possible. You can have different opinions and you can still be friends.
Who thought it? Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. And we want to reflect that in community spirit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're going to get guests on and then we're going to disagree with you slightly,
of course.
But at the same time,
but of course, they have, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. And what I am enjoying about the most is the fact that when said panelists come on for community spirit, it will be very much myself and yourself, not interviewing them, but it would be Me Time talking to this guest.
Yes,
So it will be Elliott and I introducing the conversation, bringing them in, and then it'll just flow. It won't be Matt and Elliott being the deputy headmaster and the headmaster, just going like good cop, bad cop sort of situation, because there may be something that they'll say something that I agree with, and you're just like, no, hang on a minute, and it might be the other way around, and I just go like, no, the slander for banana on pizza is obscene. I'll stand up for it. It's like, I just want to clarify now, I've never had banana on pizza, but I've spoken about it so much now that I kind of want to try it. I'll tell you what I have tried. What was it? Deep fried banana. Yeah,
Oh,
I've had deep. No, it was grilled banana. Yeah, beg your pardon. Yeah, Madeira, because they grow loads of bananas there, and there's a certain fish that they have out there, scabbard fish. That's it,
nice.
and they cook it with banana, grill it with banana. It's a very unique taste, very sweet. I liked it.
Oh, cool.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, so we've got the conversations between Elliot and I will continue on every day in a month, apart from the last day in a month where it will be community spirit, where we will be talking to someone else.
Yeah.
And of course, this will all continue on Spotify as well.
Yeah.
We will branch out our content from YouTube to Spotify.
I mean, we had Spotify last year, but it's partly my fault, and that's what we was marketing it. We just sort of lost track of it slightly. We're like, let's get YouTube rolling first.
Yeah.
And then Spotify later, I was like, we still haven't done Spotify yet. Oh, okay. But yeah, we are on Spotify. So
as I think you will have learned by now with some of the content that I produced on the channel so far, is that I'm not technologically savvy. I'm getting there. I'm certainly getting there. I've got a lot of learning to do. I've got a lot more to get through. But
we're both not, to be honest. I mean,
yeah.
They say Gen Z is supposed to be like technology savvy, and again, I was born the wrong year, right? I'm sure.
The amount of times I've had someone come up to me, go like, "Oh, you're good with technology, aren't you? How do I do this on my phone?" I look at them blankly and go like, "What? I have no idea."
Give me a 10 on the fire any day.
How can I? What was it? I think I hate to say it, but Spotify was one of the really embarrassing ones on how I didn't know how to use it, and that started with the D&D content, and when I managed to get that going simultaneously, if I'm not mistaken, D&D premiered on the channel. The sessions premiered on the channel after Me Time started.
Yes, yeah.
So I had that point figured out how to put stuff on Spotify, and it was embarrassing because I set up the channels ready to go, but I was like, well, how do I do it? Do I need to be verified?
Yeah.
Do I need to be monetized? There's no button here to put all the content on. I can only follow people. And it wasn't until Richie just said, "Matt, yeah, Spotify for creators." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I typed in Spotify for creators. It was the first thing on the top, just like, anyone want to upload stuff to Spotify, go here. I'm like, poop. And then I looked at the Me Time content, then thought I could have been doing that from day one. Kind of glad I didn't, in a way. The silver lining there is, as soon as we got to the mid-season break, and then I suggested to you, in that time, let me convert every single episode we've done so far into MP3s, and then just upload them on Backload. Yeah.
So but saying that all the episodes of Me Time Series 1 are on Spotify now, so you can go listen to them.
Yeah, well, of course, the full first series of Me Time is out, and I will make separate playlists, as you will probably be able to see on YouTube so far. We'll have Me Time Series 1 and Me Time Phase 1 and Me Time Phase 2, and then there will be Me Time in its entirety in another playlist altogether. So Phase 1 and Phase 2, and then of course any other specials going forward. It will all be in chronological order, but I'll keep Phase 1 and Phase 2 in separate playlists as well, just for your pleasure. And to make it official for us as well, to dub it as our second phase, which is really cool. And I want to take some time to really talk about that before we carry on. Can you hear that? There's a lorry. Sorry, I'll trim that out. But I want to take some time to talk about that very briefly. But like, going into the new year from 2025 to 2026, Elliot and I always knew that we wanted to at least do something else. But we never thought, this time last year, especially in 25, we never thought that we would be continuing Me Time.
No, we kind of had, I mean, the goal was sort of like a year. Like, we'll do it for a year, we'll build something, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And think again, I kind of keep mentioning to our mates, but so if they are listening, I apologize. I keep repeating it. I think Attack on Titan is the sort of was the big flag for us for the viewership, and in regards to going, oh, okay, there's a legit viewership here. We may have something,
which is lovely, and to be noticed, and I'd say recognized for content that we felt so passionately about as well. Attack on Titan being one of our favorite animes, if not my favorite anime.
Yeah.
That's great. It was so lovely. That being said, without trying to imply that we're digressing here, it's on that note, there was content reflecting on phase 1 when we were planning phase 2 that we both agreed, no, we're going to stay away from that.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan was fantastic. So if we talk about Attack on Titan again, we'd be very excited to present new ideas and new things, but it wouldn't be the main topic of conversation. Like My Hero Academia as well. Being anime only watchers, by the time that we've stopped recording this episode, we're going to be sitting down and we're going to be watching the rest of the final season. So we will be ready to go to watch that. And we certainly wanted to talk about the new series Vigilantes as well, which will take the place of My Hero. So there are certain themes and things from last series or phase 1 per se that we want to talk about. But the big one that we do want to stay away from is the superhero content. I will say Marvel and DC.
I mean, it's not very strong right now. Going into this new year, I mean, we've got Doomsday, but we'll see. And also I think there's only so much in regards to themes you can cover for superheroes, as much as I love them. It's sort of like overcoming hardship sort of stuff in a sort of general sense. So I think the topics we hit this year could be a lot broader. I'm looking forward to those ones as well. A bit more reflective of life, a bit more reflective of life itself as well this year, hopefully. The transition between the real and the sort of the movie side of things should be a bit easier without sounding like
I think it's purely from my perspective because Marvel and DC are constantly a topic of conversation. And yes, for a nerdy podcast like Me Time, we did need to have our 2 cents on our Marvel and DC opinion. So that was the MCU, phase 1 to phase 5, and the DCU, or at least the part of the DC that we respected, which was the Dark Knight trilogy. We didn't really touch on the DC universe like Man of Steel, Dawn of Justice, and Wonder Woman because we're not big fans of those movies. They're fun, they're good, but we don't really like talking about them because we just have nothing really to say because they're like it's just fine. And of course, the DC universe came with its massive inconsistencies and major problems in regards to production sides of things with the whole Zack Snyder situation. It's not that we don't like it, like you said with Doomsday, and I'll say for the viewers as well, what is it? Superman, what is it? The Legacy film, was it called again?
I think it was a Superman Man of Steel one.
No. The new one, the James Gunn one.
I know.
Superman Legacy or something. That's it, Superman Legacy. And then we got Supergirl this year. And then, what is it? Man of Tomorrow is coming out soon too. I mean, the way that James Gunn is directing the DCU at the moment, I'm not prepared to talk about. I'm just interested to see. And with Doomsday as well, I will say the recent 4 trailers that came out, that were revealed not to be trailers, but like chapters in the story. We're very intrigued. Elliott and I are very intrigued, but it's just overdone. We'd be talking about the same thing over and over. And I will direct you back to phase 1, to our Marvel conversation, even though the audio isn't fantastic in those episodes, deliberately to my predictions of Phase 6.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, I hate being right, and I love being wrong. But the way things are going with the trajectory of the Russos, it looks like I'm going to be right, and I hate it. It's going to be the reboot of the X-Men, that sort of stuff. But look. This is why we're staying away from the Marvel and DC stuff, at least. There's still going to be some super content we're going to talk about. Not necessarily superheroes,
No.
but there will be TV shows and movies where characters have powers. Like take Vigilantes, for example. That's not explicitly superhero stuff. That's more morals. What makes the person before the power, rather than that sort of stuff. You know, we will talk about stuff like that, but for now, I hate to disappoint, so we're saying it now, we're done with the Marvel and DC conversations. Yeah, because we like first and foremost being positive with these conversations. I don't know about you, there's so many podcasts out there that like criticizing movies and TV shows with fair feedback, I'd say. Sometimes it is just, I wouldn't say hateful. It is just pointing out all of the things that could have been done better, which is so easy to say. And there's so many critics out there that can do that well and not necessarily do that well, which is not necessarily what Me Time is about. We're about our experiences and why we're talking about certain topics and why we've chosen to take the time to talk about these things rather than here is something, let's review it, you know?
I mean, if Doomsday comes out and it surprises us, maybe. But for the time being, you know, we'll see what happens.
Well, maybe we'll make it a separate special altogether because we've planned our specials. But if Doomsday comes out, when Doomsday comes out, Elliot and I will be watching it. And if we are pleasantly surprised walking out of the movie theater, we'll shake hands and say just like, okay, we'll sit down and we'll talk about Doomsday. But if we're not impressed with Doomsday, or it's just good, then we'll just go.
Don't expect anything. It's just good. Yeah.
Don't guarantee. Just get it out of your heads. Marvel and DC ain't gonna be spoken about anytime soon. But I mean, there's not much more content that we said that we didn't want to talk about.
No. A lot of it.
Just think as well, don't explicitly think it's always going to be the nerdy fantasy sci-fi movies. We're talking about movies in general, so expect that from Phase 2 as well. A little bit of a step back from the norm of Me Time with the sci-fi fantasy nerdy stuff, and a reminder that Me Time also looks at movies as a whole. So we'll be looking at other genres altogether, other styles of movies, other styles of TV shows too. So we can't wait to get stuck into that as well.
Yeah, that'll be fun when they come up.
Yeah, we can't wait to get started filming those episodes. By the time that we've stopped filming this, we're gonna start thinking about how we're gonna make that happen. Audio and lighting will be changing throughout the year as well. So if you see the set change, the audio change throughout the year, we won't bring attention to it. Just obviously know that we're trying new things. We're not going to start the episode and go like, oh look, there's that there, because community spirit, depending on who we're talking to, the location will change. So we're not always going to be on this old trusty reliable sofa. Who knows? The future of Me Time may depart from the sofa altogether. But we'll at the very least dignify that. If we say goodbye to this, then we'll end the episode accordingly. You know. But until then, we're just going to largely just carry on, adapt, change, keep going, and see where Phase 2 takes us. Because even though we planned it, we can't guarantee you how phase 2 is going to go down. So we're just as interested as you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's much more to be discussed, is there?
No, I think we've covered everything in regards to what we want to cover.
Yeah.
Going into the new year. Jade, I just sort of say just look out for the episodes now.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Phase 2 has started. We've officially started. So, what are we going to do next for episode 27, Elliot?
So we've got some good films. We've got Shawshank Redemption and Good Will Hunting to discuss.
So we're dubbing the theme for the next few weeks, going into the next month, as movies with meaning. Shawshank Redemption and Good Will Hunting were the movies where we wanted to start. There's plenty of other TV shows and movies that link to said movies as well, where we want to take the time to really dive deep and understand why these movies are so impactful. So expect that Movies with Meaning to be the first stop for Me Time Phase 2. Yeah. Other than that, we've said all we need to. So themes per month, brand new brave conversations, and introducing Me Time community spirit, talking to other people as well. Yeah. And hopefully we'll see more, because the plan is to make it more feasible for myself to edit. Hopefully you'll see more Me Time bites. That's the plan. Cool. So we will see you when we see you.
See you on next episode.
Yeah. Look after yourself. Stay safe. There's always time for Me Time.
Have a good week. We'll see you soon.
Have a great week, and we will see you same time next week. Bye-bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching Me Time. And if you haven't already,
subscribe, like, and share if you like the content.
Woo!